Hi, this is SAP API trainer from UPlus. Uh, till now, I covered the configuration part. I completed the configuration part. Now I'm going. I already started the features of the SAP API DP. Those are macros, lifecycle planning, like that. These are the additional features. Now I'm going to cover the extension of the macros. It's nothing but alerts, alerts management. These are one of the functionality of the SAP API DP. Okay. Let me start with some brief alerts. In the general definition itself, we can say it's alerts are used at the time if any if any negative, if in any negative things, which means that if anything is going wrong, if anything is going wrong, we should get an alerts. If anything is going wrong, it should be notified to us. To this is wrong. In the simple time, we can derive it we can derive it like this. In similar way, in this from the SAP API side also, alerts were used if any if any negative values, if any negative values, wrong values, mismatch values are entered in the planning book, system will encounter an alert. This is a wrong value. Please change this particular value. System will encounter an alert. Okay. This is okay. Let me write it. To queue messages for exceptional things. The alert monitor is a standalone component of API that enables you have a uniform approach to handling problem situation. Okay. Alerts are going to give messages for exceptional things. Here, alert monitor means we need uh, it is one area where the alerts are going to be displayed there. The alert monitoring is a standalone component of APO that enables you to have a unified approach to handling a problem situation, which means that whatever alerts is there is going to be generated in the single screen. For that, we have the T code also slash and slash SAP APO slash AMON1. Under this T code, this alert monitors will get generated. This alert which will generated in that screen, we can take an appropriate. If you select one of the alert, it will directly directly goes to the planning book data like that it will work. Okay. And this alert monitor is a this alert monitor is a tool which planners can monitor the state of the plan. Okay. Let me add this point also. The alert monitor is a tool which planners can monitor the state of the plan. Okay. Okay. And the purpose of alert monitor is to inform planners if a condition of a plan has been violated. The purpose of alert monitor is to inform the planner if a condition of plan has been violated. Violated means if any values is not satisfied, if any values which user didn't want, like that negative forecast values and negative forecast values and history values are greater as sales forecast values is greater than sorry, sales orders is greater than forecast values. This is like violated cases. If the users faces this type of cases, this can be managed by this can be monitored by the help of alert monitor. Okay. And I already discussed it, but it's extension part of the macros. And alerts will be created by macros for all modules. For all modules means DP, event planning, supply network planning, PPDS, production and data scheduling, TPVS, TPVS or TMO. Not only for the APO. See, not only for the APO modules. Apart from the APO models also, we can create apart from APO models, which means that in the SCM, the SCM platform, we can create an alert. Okay. Yes, this is about a brief description, brief description of the alerts. Now we are going to start practicing on the server. How we can generate an alerts. What are the steps we need to follow to generate an alert? Okay. Steps. First of all, let me nest this. Um, so I need to is okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Mm, okay. First of all, before going to create, let me discuss about the steps to creation. How we can let me provide the steps. How we are going to create step by step in the server. First of all, we have to define your alert, which means that at what condition, at what discrepancies values, we need to generate the alerts. First step is that. The next is create an application profile. Create an overall profile. Under this application profile creation, here we are going to assign the alert which we defined, alert. That is in the first step. First of all, we have to define the alert. Then next, after the creation of defining alert, we are going to create an application profile. Under that application profile, we are going to assign this profile to your planning book and data view. Next, create an overall profile. In the overall profile, we are assigning an application profile. Assign an application profile. Finally, after creation of overall profile, we must assign your overall profile to your user ID. This is a one part, the one part in the steps. Let me start this. These are all our thing is going to be done under the supply chain monitoring path. Okay. So normally the path where we are going to create an alert is APO, under APO, supply chain monitoring is there under that current settings. Supply chain monitoring. Current settings. Set alert monitor. This is the part where you're going to create an alert to monitor us. There is a separate part. I will discuss in this session only. Once I completed all these things, after completion of these things, this is the part where we are going to create an alert. Okay, under this part, the first step is maintaining the alert profiles, oral profiles. Just go to it, set an alert profile. Before that, let me load the values and where we are going to do the changes. Let me show you. // cp api / cp94. This is my plots. Yeah, this is mine. And under this, I have some values. Okay. See, by mistakenly, somebody or some planners by mistakenly they did the change. They they did the changes. The values is of 567 here. Something they add some negative forecast. They did something by mistakenly somebody added the values. Those who are the authorization persons, they add some values. They add some values. Here the negative values is there. In the forecast, we don't see the negative forecast. If it is a negative forecast, means the planners. If it is went to the manufacturing, the production will not be happen for this particular month, and it shows negative values, which means that the production will not happen, and it will be going to loss for the user, for the business person. This much loss will be happen. That means on the third month he received the sales order of the 4,000, but here the forecast is a negative. System will not allow this thing. Which means that leads to the reducing the demand, which leads to the business loss. To avoid such type of mistakes, such type of situation, API introduce an alert management system. Every day, users once they log into the SAP system, they will monitor the alerts. They will check the alerts if any alerts has came in the alert monitor screen. Once they found the alerts in that screen, they will take an appropriate action. After that, they're going to take the appropriate action for the particular discrepancies. Like that we can overcome these types of mistakes and these types of issues. And normally these alerts get scheduled in a background. Normally it will not be done in foreground. Mostly these alerts has to perform under background. Why? Because for 1 2 materials, for 10 CVCs is okay. Then we get an alert. We're going to checking the alerts. Generating alerts is okay, but for the lakhs of CVCs, normally in the projects we have lakhs of CVCs. At the time, it's not possible to monitor one by one. Due to that reason, after all users went off from the system, after the business hours, we scheduled background jobs to run the alerts. It will take 2 to 3 hours to complete. Once it's completed, the alerts will generated. Users once they enter into the SAP system, they will check the alerts. Detect the alerts and take the appropriate action. And I will cover this background job concepts in the next session. Then we get a clear idea about what is a background job, so why you're going to this, how to create a background jobs. There's a lot of things we get to know about that. Uh, Here the main task is now come to the point. Here the main task is we should generate an alert if any negative forecast values is is there. Okay. Uh, Okay, first of all, go to the T code and directly go click on the part slash and slash SAP slash amon setting. Okay, under that, see, I discussed I already discussed it. This alerts is not is applicable for demand planning, supply network planning, supply and demand planning, production planning and detailed schedule BPDS, transportation load builder. Vendor management is a vendor management is not vendor management. This that means it will applicable to all modules, to every each and every module in the SCM. Okay, here I am going to create for demand planning. That's why I'm going to select here. Select it. Go to maintain alerts for go to the environment tab. Click on maintain alert types for DP and SMP. Okay. See, these are all our alerts which are created. It's already created. These are alerts which are already created. Here, like this, these are all alerts. Okay. Alert type, description. What is the priority of the alert? Is it a warning or the error? And the description. Okay. And like the similar way also, I'm going to create an alert. Okay. Maintenance of DB and SNP alert, database alerts and dynamic alerts. Okay, let me give a small point about this database alerts and dynamic alerts. Mm, Alerts are going to be saved permanently in the database as nothing but are called the database alerts. And alerts which are going to be saved as virtually, which means that the database is not going to save permanently. It will be available once we access the planning book. Once we are selecting a selection ID, it will be available at that time only. After that, it won't be available. That is called that's come under the dynamic alerts. Okay, uh, database alerts, and dynamic alerts. These are the two types of alerts we have. There are database alerts. Whatever system generated, we can monitor that alerts. The database alerts stored in the system. That means this alerts was permanently saved in the system. If you want to delete, you can delete it. It will occupy some space. It will occupy some memory. Database alerts. But normally in the DP in the demand planning, are going to use the database alerts only. Dynamic alerts. Dynamic alerts is virtually, which means that once we enter into the planning book, at that time it will be visible. After that, it won't be visible, and it will not be saved in the database. There is a difference between the dynamic alerts we can use in the case of SNP and BPDS. If you want to see the one-time alerts, one time only, then we can go for dynamic alerts. So if you want to see them permanently means, yeah, if you want to see this and get it saved into the system, then we have to go for the database alerts. Here I am going to create a database alerts. These are all the dynamic alerts which we have in the system, and these are all the database alerts which we have in the system. Here I am going to create a database alerts. Just click on the new entries. Here the alert type. Mm, Here I'm giving the it as 7001. Okay. Priority is error only. It has to be error. In the priority, you see error warning information. See if anything, if don't it won't that means that alert should be there, but it's not an error. It should be a warning. We can modify here itself only. These options, the warning options, and if you want to provide an information, that means if anything is going, yeah, if it's okay, but there's some information has to be added in that fields, then you can go for the error field. Now I'm going to select the errors things. Alert description. Alert description is here is GAPO underscore U plus negative forecast. Here my why I'm going to creating alerts here. If the values is negative here, if the values if any total forecast value is negative, then it's going to it should generate an alert. Like that I give an like I give an this should be a optional relation operator. This should be optional. Just click on enter, save. I'm sorry, it's already now it's there. That's why it's not taking alerts. 7. Let me take which I don't have. 7 series. If already the names already, it will not be allowed. Let me take some different 7999. Yeah, now it's coming. It will this will the about this thing the yeah uh, about this thing I will discuss about in the next session in the coming sessions. This will be helpful at the time of the transportation management, which means that this will I cover at the end of the sessions at the end of the complete module. At the time I will take one session on the project guidelines. There I will be show you there. One request you have to be great. These are all things I will show there. These are all things I will go showing there. Uh, ZAPUBL negative forecast save. Yeah, it's created. The name which you created see is created. 7002 is created with our name. 7002 error is created. This is here you're going to create. Here we created the alert. First step is completed. Define your alert. First step is completed. Next, we are going to create an application profile. Create. This is the process to create an application profile. Click on these things. Create application profile. And put an application profile as a GAPO UPL. Put the name is application profile. Okay. UPL. Negative forecast application profile. Create. Okay. If you see here, database why you are going to create an application profile here? The application profile here you're going creating application profiles, and we are assigning this application profile. Sorry, and here we are creating an application profile, and you are assigning alert whichever we create an alert which we created that alert that has to be assigned to a particular dynamic and data view. Okay, here I am going to correct and I'm going to here I'm going to create an database alerts. That's why I'm going to check in the database macro alerts. Okay, in the database macro alerts, I'm going to check about a 7002 alert which I created. Okay, this is one which I created. This is showing here. I'm selecting here. Under that, I'm giving to the planning book. I already told that these alerts are specific for the planning. This is specific. Sorry, uh, alerts will be created by the macros. Alerts are all created by the macros, and the macros is specific for planning book and data view. Okay, here I am giving the planning book and data view here. Select from the auto. What is the name you created the DAP underscore UPL month? This is the thing we have created. Under that we have to create a data view. Just close it. It's better to enter. Then you get the option. These are the monthly. Okay. Uh, description. If you don't make a selection of that, if you don't make a selection, all alerts of data view will be read. Okay. Okay. Here we can selection IDs also. That means if you want to see the alerts for all the if you want to see the data for all the selections in that planning data view, we can do it. Or if you want to see an alerts for a particular selection ID also, we can do we can we can do that action here also. Okay, this is a message for that thing here. Okay, here I create an application profile, and under the application profile I assigned the alert which I am going to generate. That alert I assign to my particular planning and data. I'm going to save. After that, we should to check whether it gets saved or not. We get to check like the bulb will be enabled here. Previously, the bulb will be not be alive. It didn't enable. Now it's get enabled in the database macro alerts. This is yeah. We selected this. Selected this. If you didn't select this, now if you didn't enable this checkbox, this button will not get be blinked. Okay, now if we selected that and we created and we assigned that to planning and data view and saved it, it get assigned. Okay, application profile is creation is completed. Now creation of an overall profile. The next thing is creation of overall profile. Right click, create, select an overall profile. See, in the overall profile, we are going to assign the application profile. Okay, we're going to assign the application profile to the overall profile. Profile ID CAPO underscore UPL underscore overall profile. I'm sorry. the underscore API negative forecast overall profile. Create it. Planning version is always 000. Planning version is always 000. Here the months for how many periods, for up to what period we are going to generate the alert monitors. For future, normally it has to be generated for the future periods. Here set to the 24 months. Why? Because my time period, my time series extension is up to is for 24 months. I am going to visible the for 24 months. That's why I selected the 24 months. Then next, go to here, API and separately. Under this, give your created alert profile. Whatever your profile you created, just give a name here. Yeah, this is our created. We already created. That's why it has been enabled here. The API underscore equals the API. Okay, save it. Done. We create an application profile and your overall profile. And after that, see in the application profile, what we did in the application profile, we are assigning the alerts, whatever alert, whatever alert we have created, we are assigning that alert to the planning book and data view, to a particular planning book and data view. Then next, after creating an application profile, we are assigning that application profile to the overall profile. Okay. Why we are going to assign, due to this assigning an application profile overall profiles, we can monitor the alerts. The assigning the main purpose of assigning the overall profile, assigning the application overall profile to monitor the alerts. Okay. Uh, here I assigned the application profile to my overall profile. After that, after finishing all this creation and defining the alert, creation application profile, overall profile, then next I'm going to assign the assignment overall profile to user ID. Here in the earlier I discussed that users comes to users once enter into the SAP screen, they are going to the monitor the alerts. These alerts are mainly going to be mainly going to be handled by the users. They will review they will review the screen. Sorry, once they enter into the once they enter the SAP system, they will monitor the all the alerts. They will check the all alerts in the alert monitor screen. To do this, that means whatever we created application profiles, overall profiles, these are all going to be assigned to these are all going to assign to a to the to a particular user ID. Okay, for that, user settings, under this SAP user 07001 R1005 overall profiles all are assigned. That means SAP user is mine only. I have authorization. That means I have authorization for all these profiles, for all this profile, for all this profile. But I don't have authorizations for this, for all those things, for all those things. Under this one also, which I created now, for this also I don't have authorization. To get the authorizations, that means to check the alerts of this particular overall profile, we should assign this overall profile to the user. Okay. If you assign the overall profile to the user only, then only they get the authorizations to check the alerts. Otherwise, they don't get. Okay. Check. Save. Finish. Okay. The first step is completed. In the first step, what we did, the first what we did here, we define an alert. We create an application profile and you create an oral profile. That means we create a structure. Now, the thing next is demand planning. The next thing is create a macro. Creating a macro. See, we create an we define an alert, but in that alert we should use some inputs, which means that yeah, we created a structure. Under that, we have to provide an information. That means for which at what conditions the alert should be generated. We should have to create that. That has to be done with the help of macros. Okay, the steps are after creating alerts and application, creating application for overall profile, assigning the overall profile to the user ID. The next step is creation and macro. Creation and macro. Okay, macro. The next is yeah, assign the planner to alert run macro. Okay, let's go to the configuration part. Let we discuss each and every step. Creating a macro, assign planner to alert run macro. The path to create a macro is the path of T code. I'm going to a T code // SAPAPO /AD VM. Um, Here we have now more macros. That's why I'm going to select. That's why I'm going to find with my created planning book. Okay, this planning book and this data view. Under this planning data view, go into the create analysis. Yes, let's come to the creation of the macros. First, take the macro as usual, which we did now previously. Here I'm giving name as alert for negative forecast. Okay, it's a simple macro only. It's not a custom. It's simple. It's normal macro only. That's why I selected the blank. Assign push button. See, normally this macros. Sorry, normally this alert is going to be generated background only, and we are going here. I'm going to generate in the foreground. Foreground. Why for the comfort for showing the step-by-step description or step-by-step process only, I'm going to create in the manual in the back in the foreground. But normally in the real time, it has to perform under the background with the help of background jobs. Yeah, here I'm going to the given the button. Any button can do it. Continue. Okay. Under that macro, put and step. Okay. Okay. The step underscore UPL underscore negative forecast. No issues also. But if you put in the total also no issues, that's not a big deal. So put it like that, no issues, it will not be bad. Otherwise, we can change it. If you want to see only for the forecast only, now that's why no need to be select like this. Just select it from. I'm going to select for future 24. I'm going to select for future 24 months only. Next. If control statement. Next level. If continue conditions. What's the condition? If total forecast is less than 0, row total forecast. Here the total forecast up, and total forecast is less than 0. Total forecast less than 0. Generate an alert. Okay. Total forecast is negative. Generate an alert. We have to get what alert we have to generate, which we already create. Okay. CFU. Okay. Close the if statement. And if let me elaborate detail about this thing. Okay. Here what we are going to create, we are going to create a macro to check the condition if here what we're going to create a if total forecast is less than 0, which means that negative is less than 0, then we get an alert. Okay, there is a negative forecast values for this particular month for this product and location. For the CVCs, we have this issue. Like that, it's going to be generated. This is the case. This is the thing. This is the case we had to think. Okay, like that. Important step. Under the step, the colon control statement. If under that control statement, I provide a condition. It's just remember one thing. Yeah, if you create any control statement, immediately after creating our control statement, immediately we should give the condition. Otherwise, it won't work. This is standard process thing. Once at any time you are going to call on a control statement, after that immediately you should give you the condition. Okay, its condition is nothing but a description. Its condition, see if you see the condition is nothing but the giving and description here. That's all. Okay, protocol less than 0. Under that if condition, under that control statement, I'm writing my logic. It means that total forecast is less than 0. Total forecast less than 0. Produce an alert. I'm closing the statement. Okay. Activate. That's why it shows the wrong. Okay. Yeah. What's the wrong is here is, see here I'm going to the activate incorrect logical expression operator or end of the expression expected. Yes. Yeah, what I'm doing is still error is there. Let me overcome. The error is definitely so I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Append, update. Nice. Still error. Okay. See, what's the issue? Where the issues arise is what we had it written. If total forecast is less than zero, total forecast less than zero, we have generated an alert. What I did previously, I did is in this same condition itself, and I put that the condition is will be completed here. The condition check is will be completed here until this only. Total forecast less than zero is completed here. Then, if we check, then only it generates the alerts. What I did previously, in under this condition itself only I added the alert description. That's why it throws an error. After I delete it and I put it in the separate in the next level. That means after completion of checking the condition, then generate the alert, then it's going to work here. Okay, save it, save it. Yes, yes. Now let's check this thing. Let me come out from the panel. Look, yes, do it again. Okay, here the negative values are there. Now click on this. Now I'm going to check whether the alerts are there or not in my planning, in my printed plans. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Here, see what happened is that if I click on this thing, if I refresh on the alerts, you know, no alert profile has been selected. What happened is that there was a issue is I created a macro. I created a web macro, but I didn't assign that plan to the alert. That's why you get this authorization issue. Ah, yes. Now you're going to assign the plan to the alerts. Step is environment, current settings, macro options, uh, assign plan to alert profile. Okay. Here, what we're doing here, we are going to assign the planners to the alert profiles. This is the authorization. Authorization. Then only it's going to enable. Otherwise, it won't work. Assign planners to alerts. In this, what you're going to do, these are all our users. Here we are the user planning area. For which planning area we're going to create? Just give your planning area. You can for UPL. Profile. This is enough. I think so. Yeah, this is enough. So what you're going, we are assigning user to a particular planning area. That is our to our planning area. Previously is already there. Finally, run the macros. So the issue is there. Let me have a check here. How's the issue going on? Controller. SAP user planning area. Here we I forget to give the application profile. That's why. Then now it's working. For previously, I forget to give an application profile. That's why it's not allowed. System is not allowed for my authorization. Let me come out. This month we have error. No alert is for your alert monitor. Okay, this will happen. This is not going to be generated here. Some mistake we did. Okay, let me check where we did the mistake. I think it's most of all on the mm, VL star. Error on selected issues. Where the issues? Okay. No alert exists for your selection. Alert monitor. That means your perfect to be in from your data you have provided. Display. Load it again. The issue is the planning of the data. For these things. Oh. Sorry, I think this is a mistake what I did. Yes. Okay. Actions. Update. Yes. What mistake? Okay. Now the alert is generated. If you click here, this is the description for month 3, 2021. Negative forecast is there. This is the planning book. This is the data view. Time. Okay. Like that, we're going to monitor the errors. Where we did the mistaking previously, uh, what the mistake I did is, let me show that. What mistake I did here is, once I am selecting this alert, here I forget to select my alert type. I already create an alert. I already define an alert. The time of MOM set in MOM settings, but I forget to select this. Due to this issues, due to that, and here I didn't put the priority as error. I didn't put the priority as error. That's why it shows an alert. It shows an error. Okay, like that, like that, the alerts will get generated, and we can view the errors interactively. For example, now I calculated it. 7, 8, 7, 7, come out and go to the planning book again. No, there's no alerts. Yeah, okay. If you see here, this alert was generated at 8:1. Last alert. Not now. Not now. There is no. Now there is no any alert is there. At 8:3. This was generated at 8:1. The previous alerts. This one is previous alerts. It's not a new alert. It's a previous alert only. For example, here I make it. Let me add some add minus 8900. generated. Second alert is generated. What time? 8:27. Second generated. Month 7 2021. Okay. If I delete the if I corrected also, the alert we didn't generate, but it shows the old alerts. It shows the old alerts, which are why, because this is a database alert. We created it as a database alert. It means it show in the system, saved in the system. It won't be get deleted until we delete it, or until we delete it. If you select this one, if we delete it, it will happen. And just generate the alert now. No alert is there. Why? Because we make the corrections already. Okay. To overcome this, here what happening? It's not going to delete the old alerts automatically. Old alerts are not going to delete automatically. Old alerts should be there. New alerts, new alerts is also going to be generated randomly. But here, what we had to do, what here, what we want to delete old alerts also. We don't want to see the old alerts. We want to see one of the new alerts. We don't want to see any old alerts. That means we make the corrections daily. Once the users enter the system daily, they check the alerts and they make the corrections. The next day, they want to see these alerts again. It has to be deleted, which we already which already action has to be performed on this. So you don't need to see this all alerts also. To overcome this also, what we did is in the macro itself only, in this macro itself only, we added one more step. We added one more step. Delete all alerts. Okay. Here I'm setting for total page. That's why I didn't. Okay. One more thing I have to add. See, if the once the macro will run, it will step in sequence manner. Here, what did check it first? Generate an IT forecast, then it delete the alerts, which is a useless thing. Useless thing means first is check the alerts, then it's get deleted. Due to this, it didn't get displayed. Due to this, the alerts will not generate. Why? Because automatically deleted. Once the alert is generated here with this macro and with this macro, the alert is going to delete it here. That's why I'm putting this step before this one. So the first step is this one. First it will check, it will delete the old alerts. Then next it generate the forecast. It run the macro negative forecast. Okay. Okay. Here I move this alerts here. Okay. 24 months is enough. Under this whole alert, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do only to delete the all alerts only. You're not doing anything. I'm doing any conditional statements. Here I'm going to do what? Delete the old alerts. Delete for this alert type. Okay. Once this will be done, just a minute. I'm just a minute. I'm sorry, I'm getting called. Okay, sorry. Okay. In this step, what we did, first of all, we are going to delete the all alerts. Delete the all alerts. Then next, once the enter into the planning book, the first step we delete the all alerts. Whatever all alerts is there, it's going to delete the all alerts under this alert. Okay, under this alert, what is under this alert type? If you want to forget under this alert type, it's going to delete the all alerts. Then next enter the alerts. Okay, activating, save it, come back. Yes, yes. Finish my content here. Come out. No. STP94. EPL Prime. Presently there is no error. That's why nothing will be there displayed. No alerts are exist for this selection because nothing, no negative values are there. The total forecast values. Now I'm adding some 2000, some 4000. Then now generate. Two alerts are generated. Where month 2 20, month 2 2021 and month 5 to 2021. Okay, and that these 2 months the native values are there. Then now what I'm doing is see, okay, here I'm going to delete here. Now there is no errors are there. Previously what happened? Now I'm going to generate just nothing. No. Previously what happened? Previously that all alerts should be are there. It didn't delete it. After this step adding all, it's going to delete it. Now, now it don't show the all alerts. Okay, it deletes the old alert and showing the new alerts only. This is the use of this. This is about the creation of alerts, view and alerts in the interactively. And one more step I discussed here. Okay, here what we did here, which we create an alerts and we create an alerts and we check the alerts interactively. Now we are going to check the alerts in the background. Normally, sorry. Now normally in this alerts are to be run in the background only. The users once the users enter into the system, they are not directly view they are not view the alerts in the interactively. Instead of they are using an alert monitor. The alert monitor only they are viewing the alerts. They are not viewing in the interactive event plan screen. Okay, to view the alerts in the final step is monitor and alerts. Monitor alerts and correction. This monitoring also is under supply chain monitoring level itself. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to view the alerts. Now I'm going to view the alerts where the step is. Current settings. Sorry, alert monitor. I'm on one. The supply chain monitor itself, we have the path alert monitor. I'm on one. Let me have this one. The path to monitor the alerts are APO, supply chain monitoring, supply chain monitoring, alert monitor. SAP APO slash I'm on one. This is the path where we are going to check, where we can check the alert monitor. Okay. Okay. Here we have to queue our overall profile. Click on the data determine alerts. Presently no alerts. Why? Because nothing will be there. Now what I'm going to do? Minus 5678 minus 52590. Okay. Save it. Now in my planning box I have the two alerts. Okay. Additional issue what is there? Okay, the values are available. Two native values are available. And run the alerts. I run the alert here. Now we get the alerts. Here I run the alerts. Finally, we get to display in the alert monitor screen. If I schedule directly this, that means generating this instead of clicking here this button, I normally I created in the under background. I schedule all this functionalities in the background. Normally in the real time itself only we are going, and in the real time we are use the background concepts only. You're not going to click interactively, but parallelly we put interactively also. In some of the projects, we maintain it parallelly a background also. If you want to see check for interactively for one particular for some services also, we can do it here. But most of the cases we are most of the cases we are preferring only background only here. Okay. See if I clear some errors. Here what I did is here I put it as 9%. Here I clear the all the others. Generate another. Create some others. Okay, like this. Like this, we can review and modify the alerts. We come to modifications. How we do the modifications? 1000 minus 4000. Save it on my page. I just come out from the screen. I just come out from the planning internet plan screen. Now see. Select this one. Now the alerts get generated. Okay. We view the alerts. Now the step is how to make the correction. In the real time, you get it display many alerts. Here we see two only. In the real time, we get some hundred thousands like that. It will get create some confusion. To overcome the confusion, also there is an option is taken out of alert. That means if you check this one, if you click on this one, it's completed. That's the second one also. That means both are completed. Yeah. This is a representation only. Okay, it's a representation only. Uh, this is, I'm going to see this error, this alert. If I double click on that alert, see, I think you get to know here one point. What the thing we get to know here, select this line, and if you click on this, it directly goes to the planning book data view, and for the particular CVCs, in what CVCs the error, this error was happened. Okay, let me show it again. I just come out from this planning book. Nothing was there. Nothing was there. No, I'm not in the entertainment planning screen. I'm just selecting this alert and just click on the supply and demand planning. It directly moves to the wrong information CVCs. See, this is the selection B1 in this B1. See, this is error like that. We make the corrections. We take the actions here correctly. This is the feature we have. And if you want to take the print, we can take print out a views list output. The output now also we can check it. If you want it to export in the Excel, it means you want to, yeah, they want, if the business wants some reports, we directly no, we directly download it in the Excel. We can hide the alerts also. That means some alerts these alerts okay, this will be happen regularly. This happens regularly. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. Then it will not impact in the planning. It will not impact in the planning. We can directly click the hide alerts for up to what date and what time we alert this alert like that. Okay, we can delete. We can delete it directly. Issues. If you want to forward the alerts, we can forward to the select forward the alert. Forward to whom, to which user you want to forward. Like that we can do all. You can forward the alert. Okay, you send it as an email, send as an SMS. Freeze alert. That means if you freeze this alert, that means nothing functioning will happen. That means if you freeze alert, not delete like this. Okay. This is about the today class, the alert management. In the alert management, let me conclude overall. Let me conclude this alert management overall now. What we make actually, what's the things here? Alerts. Alerts are going to give the messages for exceptional things. Yes, at the time of exceptional things, the alert has to alert has to give the alert has to give the sorry. Alerts are going to give the messages for exceptional things. Alert monitor is a standalone component of API that enables you have a unified approach to handling the problem situation. The alert monitor is a tool which planners can monitor the state of the plan. Yes, the purpose of alert monitor is to inform planners if a condition of a plan has been violated. Alerts will be created with the help of macros only. With the help of macros only, we can able to create the alerts. Otherwise, it won't be happen. For our models, we can generate the alerts. And we have two types of alerts. There are database alerts and dynamic alerts. And database alerts are going to save in the database. And we can review the alerts at any time. If you want that review the alerts at any time, you can review the alerts in the database alerts. Dynamic alerts will not going to save in the database. It's a virtual scanning only. At the time of one-time step only. The time of planning of loading, at the time of loading of planning book itself only, we are going to view that alerts. Okay, this dynamic alerts is going to be used in the SNP to PPDS scenarios. Okay, come to the configuration parts. The creation of the alerts is happen three steps. First, three steps means three modules. Sorry, not in three steps. It has to be performed under supply chain monitoring and demand planning. Under supply chain monitoring, we are going to create an alert. Then next, once the creation of alert is completed, creation of application profile. Under this application profile, we are assigning this alert we are assigning the alert description to assigning the alert to your planning book and data view. Your planning book and data view. Okay, assigning the alert to your planning book and data view in the application profile. And the next, creating overall profile. In this overall profile, going to assign an application profile. Then next, after creation of overall profile, we assign the overall profile to the user ID. This is for authentication purpose. Then next, under demand planning, we have to gain the macro. Creation of macro is creation of macro is the normal thing which we created at the time of macro concept. Then next, once the macro is created, we have to assign a planner to the alert. That means authorization. This is for the authorization purpose. That means here also we are going to giving the authorizations. And here we are assigning the application profile to the user. Okay, here we are assigning the assigning the application profile to the user. Okay, the next final run the macro and view the alerts in the alert monitor. And this is the part where we monitor the alerts. And this is the part where we have to go to create an alerts. T-code is a /SAP API / amount settings for the creation of alerts. /SAP API amount is for the alert monitor. Okay, like that we can view the alerts and take the action. This is from my end for today. Thank you.